Today, we're jumping into a hot topic that's stirring up headlines and lots of chatter: the Insurrection Act. You've probably heard it mentioned, but what is it really? And more importantly, is it still relevant in our modern world? Let's break it down. First, a quick history lesson. The Insurrection Act of 1807 is a U.S. federal law that gives the president the power to deploy the military within the United States to suppress civil disorder, insurrection, or rebellion. Think of it as a last resort tool for extreme circumstances when civilian law enforcement is overwhelmed. It was originally passed to deal with frontier challenges and has been invoked throughout American history, from enforcing desegregation in the South during the Civil Rights Movement to quelling the Los Angeles riots in 1992. So, why are we talking about it now? In recent years, discussions about using the act have popped up during times of significant national unrest. From large-scale protests to politically charged events, the question of whether to use military force on home soil has become a very real and contentious issue. This brings us to the core of the debate: balancing security with civil liberties. On one side, proponents argue that in an age of complex threats, the Insurrection Act remains a necessary safeguard. They believe it's a crucial tool to restore order and protect federal property and functions when all other options have failed. From their perspective, the government must have the authority to act decisively to prevent chaos and ensure the stability of the nation. They might point to scenarios where local and state resources are simply not enough to handle a crisis, making federal intervention essential. On the other side, critics raise serious concerns about the potential for misuse. They worry that deploying the military against American citizens could dangerously blur the lines between military and civilian roles, a principle known as posse comitatus. The fear is that a president could use the act for political purposes, to silence dissent, or to intimidate opponents, which would be a direct threat to our democratic freedoms. They argue that the sight of soldiers on American streets could escalate tensions, not calm them, and erode public trust in both the government and the military. This leads us to the big question: is the act, as it's written, fit for the 21st century? Many legal scholars and policymakers are calling for reform. Suggestions range from requiring more specific congressional approval before the act can be invoked, to more clearly defining what constitutes an insurrection. The idea is to add more checks and balances to prevent potential overreach, while still giving the president the ability to respond to genuine, catastrophic emergencies. It's a delicate balancing act, trying to preserve a tool for worst-case scenarios without creating a loophole for authoritarianism. Ultimately, the relevance of the Insurrection Act today is a reflection of our current political and social climate. It forces us to confront fundamental questions about the nature of power, the role of the military, and the rights of citizens. It's not just a dusty old law. It's a living document that continues to shape and be shaped by the events of our time. What are your thoughts on this? Is the Insurrection Act a vital tool or a dangerous relic? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'm genuinely curious to hear your perspectives. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video insightful and want to explore more topics like this, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow. See you in the next one.